Today's case has been around since 2022. It was a case filed by Nwoko, the content creator senator, who claimed that Sowore reporters and myself defamed him. But we haven't been able to get an arraignment because it was filed on the basis of malice. And I think even as bad as the court wants to be sometimes, they understand some of these nuances. This is our, this is our fifth case this week. All of them, but this is the third criminal case, and there are other two civil cases that we filed against Facebook and Twitter, the DSS, and all of our adversaries. There are plenty. They keep growing on a daily basis. But today's case has been around since 2022. It was a case filed by Nwoko, the content creator senator, who claimed that Sowore reporters and myself defamed him. But we haven't been able to get an arraignment because it was filed on the basis of malice. And I think even as bad as the court wants to be sometimes, they understand some of these nuances. So again today, there was no arraignment. They asked us to come back on November 20th, 2025, to come and listen to more preliminary objections and objections. But that's not the issue. We don't have problem with all these things. I just want people to know that, don't be worried for me. This is what we are designed to do. We are here to fight against oppression. We are here to demolish those people who say this country will not progress in our lifetime. And we are here to continue to mobilize against impunity. Whether they come from the president, the senator, a policeman, the IGP of police, DJ of DSS, or in some cases they come from priests, pastors, imams. There's nothing we haven't seen in this country, especially this year. This year has been an interesting year. Yes. And I predicted it in January when they sent me a letter to appear before the police at the FID. I said, this is going to be an interesting year. So we're trudging on, no doubt about that. So that's where we are.
Okay, so if you are to look at some of the issues that are raising in the face of this government, and then in the pending cases, why yours is always for, what would you say is really wrong? Is it a systemic issue?
A lot of people didn't know me until very recently. In fact, I was doing an interview with a foreign journalist last week. It was Radio Deshawela. And she said, what's the problem with you and government? And when I said, I've been fighting government since 1989, she said, wow, I was born in 1995. So, and you're still fighting. So I think what happens is at the moment you have an uncompromising position against oppression or against corruption, impunity, and everything that is wrong with governance in Nigeria, they throw everything at you. They don't do that, yes, they don't do that to other people who don't challenge authority. They might respond to others in press statements. They don't respond to me. They lob grenades at me, And you know that there was a time I was shot by a police officer in this country. There was a time my nose was broken, my brother killed. And by the way, I'll use your opportunity to talk about my brother's killing. They called us last week, the police in Edo State, that they finally want to try the killers of my brothers and asked us to come to court. We dispatched a family member there. They said, oh, there's a promotion exam for judges. They postponed it again. They confessed to my brother that one of the guys they claim was one of his killers, has died in detention.
Okay.
So if the person that died in detention is not there, how do you successfully try the other two? But I can guarantee you that the reason they did that is because they've seen that the high-profile things they are doing against me is going to attract scrutiny over every other thing, and because I'm speaking about it consistently. So that's the nature of it. So what you are seeing is as a result of our refusal to give up on Nigeria. And a lot of people say it, and you might want to agree with them sometimes that, oh, is Nigeria worth dying for? Well, the truth today is that if you don't die for Nigeria, Nigeria will kill you. So you better choose,
How to die.
how to die.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter, and it goes beyond even just dying for Nigeria. Is that Nigeria is such an embarrassment to humanity that wherever you go, Nigeria will follow you there. Yes. I was reading on my way here a Nigerian that was deported to Ghana. They wouldn't even give him the privilege of being deported to his own country. They deported him to Ghana. Ghana deported him to Togo. And then he has to find this. How worse can it get? And when we challenge these people, of course, they do all kinds of things against us. Yes.